Hello guys, it's me again, clayrammage, back again with another haul video. That's right, another one. This time my wife and I went to a good number of garage sales back in Delano, Minnesota, where we were living for a long time, and found some great stuff. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hope you enjoy these adventures that we have out sourcing stuff for resale, for personal use, and for whatever else we might come up with. But anyway, let's just get right into it. So it was a very wet, rainy day today, at least in the morning. And so there weren't a lot of people actually at a lot of the sales. So that was kind of at a fun advantage. But one of the places we go is to the senior center. They always have a pretty fun lot of stuff for sale. So I'll show you what we got from them first, as best I remember it. And these were $1/4 each. So I found this vintage bead purse. It was $1/4 each. It's got a name on the inside. You can see a little staining. But yeah, I haven't been able to figure out the name on here yet. But it does say made in the USA. But it's just a cool little blue and white beaded purse. And then I found this vintage leather purse with this great knob on top. Look at that, isn't that cool? And it does have a name in the middle, on the inside, with a beautiful lining. I love the fabric in the middle. It says, I think, Garay, G-A-R-A-Y is what it looked like. Anyway, I haven't looked at it. It does need to be cleaned, and a little bit of leather conditioner rubbed on it. But I just thought it was a cool little purse. And then I found this little vintage bag with the embroidered flowers on the front, but on the inside of this was still the pair of vintage gloves with the beadwork around the ends of it, and a hanky, just a plain yellow hanky. But I just thought that was pretty cool, and I paid $1/4 each on all of these purses. So 75 cents, got 3 purses. Couldn't pass it up. And then got this little baggie with a plate and a little pitcher in it. And these were also $1/4 for both, both in the bag. So there's the plate and there's the little pitcher. And this is a made in occupied Japan pitcher, and this one is a made in Japan. Papel is the American importer for that out of California. So I paid a whole $1/4 for those. Too exciting. Good deals. Then I found this plate. I have not looked up any of this, but I found this plate. This is dated 1987 Classic Art Collection. And it's called Northern Inspirations. So it's just a beautiful plate with some native Alaskan children playing with the dogs and the skis. It's kind of cool. So I think that one, I paid $1 for. Paid up for that one. Then I found this Courier and Ives coffee mug. It just says USA. Oh, it's JSWC. I've heard that before. I can't remember who that is. But that's all on the bottom. You can tell it's a little stained on the bottom. Needs to be cleaned a little bit. But that was $1/4 too. So for 25 cents, I got this Courier and Ives coffee mug. Started to sell more coffee mugs, so I'm getting into it. Found this, my wife found this one, the Precious Moments. In the bathtub, bubble bath. Isn't that cute? This one's from 1985. He Cleansed My Soul is what it's called. So that one's pretty cool. Thought a D from Thrill of the Thrift on that one. Then I found this piece of artwork. It's a children's artwork, for like potty training and whatever, different stages, and bath time, which I thought was really cute. It's really dirty. I got to clean it up. And they even painted on the mat some artwork. But it's a local Minnesota artist here. Her name's Judy Hagstrom. So, and there's information on the back, hand painted in 1992. So I paid $2 for that. I thought that was a good deal for some original artwork. And I also picked up this print. This is actually a print, but it's kind of a fantasy golf print. And the story goes that the guy who designed this particular golf course wanted to be able to get a hole-in-one. And even though most everybody else who plays it gets a hole-in-one, he has never gotten a hole-in-one on this golf course. So it's kind of a funny story. And it tells the whole story at the bottom. That's how I know that. It was 1980 is the print date. And so yeah, I paid $2 for that. There are several of these that sold between big range, like $15 to $60. So it's a good range, but I paid $2. So there's some, even if I sell it for $20, I make a good profit on it. And then, yep, I just kept picking up artwork today. I'm on a roll. There's this print. This is a Courier Knives print. Beautifully framed. I love this frame with the cloth matting on the interior. And it's called Main Street Stockbridge. And here's the official seal on the back. So this print actually sells really well for, like $60 to $75. So excited for that. And this is the canvas version, so I'll have to do a little more research to see if that's it. That's the same version that I saw. I just quickly looked it up while we were there. Did get a bag of jewelry, just costume jewelry, many different pieces in there. I found oh, and I found this little wooden box. Sorry, the jewelry wasn't from the same sale. That was a different sale, but found this vintage little box. You can tell it's vintage because it's got the oxidation on it. It's got stains in the bottom, but it's got this beautiful, of course, joinery right here, but then it also has this little almost rope weave right on the edge there, which I thought was really cool. And it's got the wooden cross inlaid on the top. So just thought it was the coolest little box. So I bought it. Oh, and you know what? I'm doing it backwards because I think it should go like that. So you see the two together. There we go. Now I got the lid together. But yeah, that's a beautiful old wooden box. Oh. No, those came from a different sale. So that's pretty much what we got at the sale that I picked up for resale. Most of what I'm showing you today is just for resale. We got a number of personal things too, but I'm not going to show all of those. We went to another store, and one of the first things I found was this bowl. Again, it's a handmade, one-of-a-kind pottery piece. I just loved the interior of it. The exterior, the bottom part, is all hand-pinched to give it this kind of almost a alligatory type of effect there, but then it also has this raised base which has an oriental influence with the way the legs are formed. So I just really thought it was really cool, and it is signed on the bottom, Christine. I looked this up. Her name is Christine Heights. She's again a local Minnesota potter, but I love this piece, so I paid $5. I paid up for it, but I liked it that much. So, and then at the same store we got that, I found this mug. It's a vintage, it's called Dancing Sailors mug by Hall. Hall Potteries put this out, and so yeah, this is, I'd never seen one before, but they're not extremely rare. So, but again, more and more mugs I'm getting. I'm listing them for $10 to $12 and selling them pretty consistently, so that's pretty good. This was another mug I got. It's called Old Crow. It's got somebody's broken leg, but this was put out by the Kentucky Whiskies company. And what's interesting is this would be a left-hand mug because the image is there. If you do it by the right hand, the image is outside. So I would call it the left-hand mug just because you'd see the image when you're drinking. But if you're right-handed, other people would see the image as you're drinking. So take your pick. But yeah, I paid $1 for each mug. Thought that was a pretty good deal. Then we went to another sale. I misplaced some stuff. Anyway, oh, it's over here. That's why I can't find it. I'll grab it in a minute. But I found this little Fanny Farmer egg cup. It does have a chip on the front leg, which I didn't notice till I got it home. But just a cute little Easter cup if you want to use it for Easter decorations. And then at the same sale, I'm really excited about these. Picked up these ribbons, but look at the packages. Look at that wonderful vintage look to them. And I paid 25 cents a roll. So that was that one. And then I picked up 4 of these. Mercerized tatting edges, it's called, quality. These are made in Germany. Again, 25 cents, but they're edges you can put on your, pillowcases, tablecloths, whatever type of items maybe you already embroidered and you didn't want to have to tat the edges. You could just sew these on there. And I paid 25 cents a roll for these, which I thought was awesome. And I did look them up on eBay and didn't find any whatsoever on eBay. So I need to do some more research on those. The other thing I found was this little Peter Rabbit tin. I paid 50 cents. I have a number of other of these that I'm gonna be selling. It's along the edge that you see it. This one is Jemima Puddle Duck. Is walking there, but there's a piece of tape right over the top of her head. So I have to try to remove that without hoping it doesn't remove the finish. So like I said, I have like 4 others of these. Put them in a lot. They sell pretty well. I think they're sell to between $5 and $10 each, depending on condition and stuff. So they're very collectible. Now another thing I found in here were these vintage brass fixtures. Now it's interesting. These are during the time period, probably the late 1890s to 1900, 1905, somewhere in there, when they were electricity was just coming into use on a fairly common basis, but so they were still using gas for a lot of their lightings. And this particular fixture is both electric and gas. So this is your gas valve to turn the gas on and off, and this is where your electric fixture would have come out, or electricity would have come in up to the fixture rather. So I picked these up. There's a whole bucket full of them. So there's looks like, I don't know, 3 of them or so. I should look through this whole thing because I don't know. There's some other electrical parts. Anyway, I picked these up because there's a guy that has a blog, and his name is Ross McTavish, and he's in Emporia, Kansas, and he's restoring this 1893 house, and it had original electric and gas fixtures all throughout it, which of course had been replaced over time. So he's looking for these kind of fixtures to replace what would have originally been there. So I picked him up thinking of him. So I think I will probably just send these to him. He restores lighting as well. That's his main occupation, is restoring light fixtures. So the condition of these, which like this particular one is in horrible shape, he wouldn't be troubled by that much. And then there's this kind of I think it's like a little doorbell or something. Anyway, so there's a bunch of little miscellaneous parts in there. So I'll send that to him. And then I did find a couple packs of jewelry for 25 cents. These are different kinds of earrings. I haven't looked very closely at them. But one of these looked quite unusual, so I was going to test them, see what the stones were. So that's those. And then, to me, the 2 most valuable finds, not the most exciting to me, but the most valuable finds are this plate. I paid $1 for it. There's a local thrift store we stopped at. This plate was done by a guy by the name of Richie White. It's dated 2003. Not White, Richie Watts, W-A-T-T-S. And his stuff sells extremely well for, around $100. There was a recent plate that sold for $130 that was more of a serving plate, as opposed to like this is more of a dinner plate. It's like a 12-inch plate. But again, it's a one of a kind, so it's not like you'd have a set of these to serve. So yeah, I would expect to get somewhere between $75 and $100 for this plate, which was pretty awesome considering I only spent $1 for it. That's a good profit margin. It's one of the reasons I like finding quality art, because you can make good money if you know what you're looking for, which I'm learning. Don't always know, I guess. Another item I found at one of our garage sales was this calculator. It's a Hewlett-Packard. Now, a lot of people know about the Texas Instruments and everybody looking for the Texas Instruments, but a few of these Hewlett-Packard scientific calculators can be worth some money, and this is one of them that is. It's the Hewlett-Packard 32S2, and the RPM stands for reverse Polish notation, if you didn't know that. These calculators work differently than like a Texas Instruments, and you punch in the number plus and then the whatever. This one you hit the plus first and then the number, and then the minus and then the number. So it's backwards from what most people think of it, but once you get used to the reverse Polish notation, most people love it and continue to use it, and don't want to use the other kind. So anyway, this particular calculator, and I tested it, it does work. 50 to 80 bucks is what these sell for. So that was another good find. I paid $1. So those are some good profit margins. One of those items paid for everything we spent today. We probably spent all total $40, I think, I would say, around that. And I did find a couple more things I'll show you before I close it out. I found this Chinese brush painting kit, and it's all there, never been used, brand new. Paid $2 for this whole kit, which I thought was really fun. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, if I'm going to sell it or keep it. I haven't looked it up to see if it has any significant value or not, but I thought it was pretty cool. I grabbed that. Then I grabbed a couple items. This is a Fitz and Floyd bunnies. It's called the Bebop Bunnies Tumbler set. There's 3 of them in the box. I thought it was cool. They were still in the box, so that was nice. And so there you see. That's what they look like. Pretty fun. Again, I haven't looked them up. I just thought, because I paid $2 for them. It's a good deal. So I'll look those up and we'll sell those. And then, oh yes, I found a couple watches too that I picked up for $1 each. One's a Seiko watch, women's watch. They're both women's watch, and this one was a Valencia, which I'd never heard of. It just says quartz movement, doesn't say where it's from. So it's probably a China watch, because it doesn't have much identification to it. But there's a Seiko watch, that's a nice small watch. So I paid $1 each for those. Then I found another Fitz and Floyd. These are fall kitties with the jack-o'-lanterns. There's 3 of them. Again, Fitz and Floyd. Again, I paid $2 for all these kitties, which I thought was awesome. They're all in great shape, no chips or cracks. And I got one more. There he is. So those were really cute. So again, these will go up for sale. So, and she gave me bubble wrap. Yay, I can always use bubble wrap. That's all of those. Let me see what else. That is pretty much what we got. Again, like I said, the other things that we have, we got some other things for personal use. Got some clothes, some more clothes for winter. And it was so cold that my wife bought a jacket just so she'd have it to do garage sailing with, because it was cold and rainy, much colder than we expected. And she only paid $1 for it. So it was a good deal. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.